Happy Saturday, back with another slate of free college basketball picks, guys. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications bells, and yeah, we will hop in it here. A lot of college basketball action today, so make sure you're subscribed for the daily content. Check out all my other videos as well for NHL and NBA, guys. Make sure you do all of that. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today, covering all the ranked games, starting with Florida State versus Louisville. Louisville opening up as a 13.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 152. Florida State coming into this matchup 16-10. Louisville 20-6. Head-to-head, Louisville 2-1 in the last three head-to-head meetings. 3-0 covering the spread. Florida State, they're coming off a Miami win. Louisville 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 4-game winning streak coming off a Notre Dame win. FSU just 2-6 covering the spread. 2-10 covering on the road. They've really struggled on the road here. Louisville 10-3 covering the spread. 7-0 at home. The overs hit in 9 of their last 10 against Florida State. And yeah, I'm really liking Louisville. I mean, they've been playing great. Florida State, we've seen them be in a lot of tough losses here, especially that Clemson game. Clemson, they got beat by like 30 in that one. I don't know, not too much confidence with FSU on the road. So I'm going to take a shot with Louisville minus 13.5 and money line at home today. Next matchup, we got Oregon versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin opening up as an 8.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 155. Oregon coming into this matchup 19-8. Wisconsin 21-5. Head-to-head Wisconsin 3-1 in the last 4 head-to-head meetings. Oregon on a 3-game winning streak, coming off an Iowa win. Wisconsin, they are on a 5-game winning streak, coming off an Illinois win. Oregon just 2-8-1 covering the spread, 3-11-1 covering against the Big Ten. Wisconsin 5-0 covering the spread during this win streak. 7-0 at home. Yeah, I mean, man, they're coming off some big wins against Illinois, against Purdue. Yeah, four straight double-digit wins for Wisconsin here. Yeah, so much momentum. They're playing so good right now, especially at home. I got to take Wisconsin minus 8.5 and money line in this one. Next matchup, we got Tennessee versus Texas A&M. A&M opening up as a 1.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 130.5. Tennessee coming into this matchup 21-5. A&M 20-6. Head-to-head Tennessee 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. Tennessee, they're coming off a Vanderbilt win. A&M, they're coming off a bad Mississippi State loss. Tennessee, they are 7-3 against A&M. The unders hit in 9 of their last 11 on the road. A&M 13-1 at home. I mean, really good road team versus a really good home team. Two really good teams here. A&M, such a letdown game against Mississippi State last game. And this one's tough here. And, a great SEC matchup. I like the dog here. I like Tennessee on the road. And I'm going to take the shot with the Volunteers plus 1.5 here. Next matchup, we got Mississippi State versus Oklahoma. Mississippi State opening up as a 3.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 149.5. Mississippi State coming into this matchup 19-7. Oklahoma 16-10. Head-to-head, both teams 1-1 in their only 2 head-to-head meetings. Mississippi State on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Texas A&M win. Oklahoma, they've lost 5 straight. They have really struggled against the SEC. 5 straight SEC losses for Oklahoma. Mississippi State 6-2 on the road, where they've been really good. Yeah, Oklahoma 0-5 covering the spread during this losing streak. They're 1-6 covering in February. Yeah, they just have been so bad against the SEC here. I gotta take Mississippi State minus 3.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got West Virginia versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech opening up as an 11.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 135.5. West Virginia coming into this matchup 16-10. Texas Tech 20-6. Head-to-head. Texas Tech 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. West Virginia, they're coming off a Cincinnati win. Texas Tech, they're coming off a tough TCU loss here. Nonetheless, they played really good so far. West Virginia 4-6 in their last 10. Tough stretch for them. West Virginia 2-4 against Texas Tech. 2-4 covering against Texas Tech. 3-14 on the road. They just are horrible on the road. Tech 5-0 at home. The overs hit in 8 of their last 11 at home against West Virginia here. West Virginia, yeah, against the good teams, they've been getting beat pretty bad against Houston, against Kansas State. Yeah, I just got to expect Texas Tech is going to bounce back big at home today. Give me the Red Raiders minus 11.5 in money line in this one. Next matchup, we got Iowa State versus Houston. Houston opening up as a 12-point home favorite with the over-under at 131. Iowa State coming into this matchup 21-5. Houston 22-3. Head-to-head, Iowa State 4-1 in the last 5 head-to-head meetings. 4-0-1 covering the spread. Iowa State on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a Colorado win. Houston, they're on a 5-game winning streak, coming off an Arizona State win. This is a great matchup here. Iowa State, they've been very good against Houston. Houston 19-1 at home, dominant at home. 11-5 covering the spread here. This is a lot of points for a good Iowa State team. Yeah, so many points. Iowa State coming off some really good wins. I just don't know. This will be a tough game for Houston. We saw against good teams, against Texas Tech, they really struggled. I feel like we might get the same kind of game here. Yeah, I got to take the points with Iowa State. This is a lot of points. And I'll take Iowa State plus 12 on the road in a good one. Next matchup, we got Ole Miss versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt opening up as a 2-point home favorite with the over-under at 152.5. Ole Miss coming into this matchup 19-7. Vanderbilt 17-9. Head-to-head, Ole Miss 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 7-3 covering the spread. Ole Miss coming off a Mississippi State loss. Vanderbilt, they're on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a Kentucky loss. Ole Miss 10-5 against Vanderbilt. They're 5-2 covering against Vanderbilt. 6-1 covering on the road against Vanderbilt, where they've been really good. Vanderbilt 1-5 in their last 6. They're on a bad stretch right now. Only 4-8 covering the spread. I think Ole Miss is a great dog today. Give me Ole Miss plus 2 on the road. Next matchup, we got Clemson versus SMU. Clemson opening up as a 2-point road favorite with the over-under at 146. Clemson coming into this matchup 21-5. SMU 19-6. Head-to-head, SMU 1-0 in their only one head-to-head meeting. Clemson 9-1 in their last 10, coming off a big FSU win. SMU, they're coming off a Notre Dame win. Clemson 9-1 in their last 10, 5-0 covering the spread. They're 13-2 against the ACC, so conference play, they've been really good. They're 6-0 covering on a Saturday. Both teams coming into this really good here. Clemson, I think, is on a heater. I mean, they're coming off beating Duke, North Carolina. They've gotten some really good wins here. I got to take Clemson here. I just love what they're doing. They've been so dominant this whole year. Give me Clemson minus 2 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got Georgia versus Auburn. Auburn opening up as a 17-point home favorite with the over-under at 147. Georgia coming into this matchup 16-10. Auburn 24-2. Head-to-head, Auburn 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Georgia 2-8 in their last 10. Coming off a Missouri loss. Last time they played Auburn, though, they played them very well. They lost 70-68. Auburn 9-1 in their last 10, coming off an Arkansas win. Georgia 4-2 covering against Auburn. They've been very bad everywhere else. 1-6 on the road against Auburn. The numbers have been pretty bad for Georgia. Auburn 13-1 at home. This is a big number. Didn't 16-point favorites against Arkansas last game, couldn't cover that. Against Oklahoma, they did cover that 17-point spread. That also is a lot of points. Auburn played them very good last time. I think I'm going to take the shot with the points with Auburn here. I'm sorry, with Georgia. Taking the points with Georgia. Played them good last time. Give me Georgia plus 17 on the road. Next matchup, we've got Oklahoma State versus Kansas. Kansas opening up as a 14.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 149.5. Head-to-head Kansas 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 8-2 covering the spread. Oklahoma State, they're coming off a UCF win, putting up over 100 points. Kansas on a 2-game losing streak. They're coming off a 91-57 loss against BYU. Just a disappointing loss for Kansas. They've been very unreliable here. Oklahoma State, they've been very bad against Kansas, but they are 5-1 covering the spread. They've been able to cover the spread here. A couple high spreads too. 21-point dogs against Houston. They covered that. 18-point dogs against against Texas Tech. Yeah, they're double-digit underdogs they have been covering. And Kansas, I don't know if we could trust Kansas as a big favorite. Last time they were big favorites, minus 17.5 against Colorado. Yeah, they did not cover that. 12.5 against UCF, they did not cover that. And Kansas State, 15-point favorites, they did not cover that here. So I'm going to play the numbers game. They have not been able to cover the spread on double digits. Give me Oklahoma State plus 14.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got Florida versus LSU. Florida opening up as a 10-point road favorite with the over-under at 153. Florida coming into this matchup 23-3. LSU 14-12. Head-to-head, Florida 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 7-3 covering the spread. Florida 8-2 in their last 10. They're on a 5-game winning streak coming off an Oklahoma win. LSU on a 2-game winning streak coming off a South Carolina win. Florida 9-3 covering against LSU. 5-0 covering the spread during this win streak they're on. Florida just playing lights out basketball here. LSU, they've been very bad this season. I got to take Florida minus 10 money line on the road today. They're too hot. Next matchup, we got Kentucky versus Alabama. Bama opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over-under at 179.5. Kentucky coming into this matchup 18-8. Bama 19-5. Head-to-head, Bama 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. 2-1 covering the spread. Kentucky coming off a Vanderbilt win. Last time they played Bama, they lost by 5. Bama on a 2-game losing streak coming off a Missouri loss. Kentucky 15-5 against Bama. They've been good against Bama. They're 4-1 covering the spread. Bama 17-3 at home. I mean, they have a really good home team, but there's a lot of points here. Kentucky played them very well last time. Last time Kentucky was a 10-point dog was against Tennessee, and they actually won outright. So, yeah, I'll take a shot with Kentucky plus 10 on the road today. Next matchup, we got Illinois versus Duke. Duke opening up as a 9-point home favorite with the over-under at 156. Illinois coming into this matchup 17-10. Duke 23-3. Head-to-head, Duke 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. Illinois on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a Wisconsin loss. Duke 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a Virginia win. Illinois 1-4 against Duke. They're 4-10 against the ACC. Duke 19-1 in their last 20. They've just been so dominant. The over 10-5 of their last 7. I just don't know if I can back Illinois here. Only 4-6 in their last 10, so they've really struggled here this last month. And Duke's just on such a heater right now. I gotta take Duke minus 9 and money line in this one. Next matchup, we got Missouri versus Arkansas. Missouri opening up as a 1.5-point road favorite with the over-under at 150. Missouri coming into this matchup 20-6. Arkansas 15-11. Head-to-head, Arkansas 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. Missouri on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a Bama win. Missouri played Arkansas last time, beat them 83-65. Arkansas on a 2-game losing streak, coming off an Auburn loss. Missouri, though, overall, they're just 2-7 against Arkansas. 1-9 on the road against Arkansas here. That's why the line seems a little fishy to me in Arkansas's favor. They're 5-0-1 covering the spread. 9-1 at home against Missouri. I don't know. This feels like a trap game for Missouri here on the road. Give me Arkansas plus 1.5 in this one. In the last matchup, we got BYU versus Arizona. Arizona opening up as a 7.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 154.5. BYU coming into this matchup 18-8. Arizona also 18-8. Head-to-head, BYU 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. 2-1 covering the spread. BYU on a 3-game winning streak coming off a Kansas win. They're coming off a 91-57 dominating win against Kansas. Last game they played against Arizona, they lost 74-85. Arizona coming off a Baylor win. BYU 6-2-1 covering the spread. They're 8-3 against the Big 12 here. Arizona 9-1 at home. Going to be a battle here. I think since these teams played last, BYU just got a lot better. And, I mean, they're coming off such a big game against Kansas. I got to take them plus the points here. They got a lot of momentum right now. Give me BYU plus 7.5 on the road today. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Watch my NBA and NHL video when you're done with this. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good one.